We are joined now by Wellington City Councillor Nicola Young. Nicola, thank you for joining us. This is a most unfortunate and uncomfortable circumstance, isn't it?
Look, it's very sad. It's sad for Tory, but it's also sad for Wellington.
Yeah. And look, I'm going to be frank with you. I haven't seen this video. God, I've heard so many people last night who have. I need to ask, have you?
I have not. I have spoken to people, or people have rung me about it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah. The series of events as I described them, would that be what you have heard?
Pretty much, yes. There are a few versions, but pretty much. But, you know, the thing is, the mayoralty isn't a job for someone with active addiction issues. And, you know, Wellington has so many issues at the moment, and we need a leader who's focused on the job 100%. So, you know, someone we can rely on if there's a crisis, someone who can deal with our problems of rocketing rats and leaking pipes, not someone who's distracted by personal issues.
Yeah. Does it breach the code of conduct for councillors and for the mayor?
I'm subject to a code of conduct complaint, which of course we have ignored. The code of conduct, yes, absolutely it does. It's all about not leading the city into disrepute and acting with dignity. But the code of conduct is meaningless. It has no teeth. But, you know, the mayor has herself expressed misgivings about her judgment, and her behaviour has become an embarrassment for Wellington. Mm. And people, I'm getting feedback that she's lost people's trust and confidence, and the city is losing its lustre. So I think it's impossible for her to stay in public office. Mm. She needs to resign so she can focus on herself and her road to recovery.
Or indeed, at the very least, Nicola, take a leave of absence, let the Deputy Mayor take over for a while she seeks treatment for what is clearly a serious addiction issue.
I think it's better to cut the painter, and we need to find someone who can lead the city, because I'm concerned about the reputation of the council and the loss of trust and confidence with ratepayers and voters. You know, Wellington deserves better. I think we need to say, Tory, you need to look after yourself. Your health is the most important issue. It's time for you to stand down, and that would mean a by-election.
All right, so you'd have a mayoral by-election under those circumstances?
Yes.
Mm. Look, the other thing is that the government could do, it could go Tauranga and appoint a commissioner. And my understanding was the government was already considering putting an observer to look at Wellington because of the dysfunction and the problems that the capital faces.
Well, look, that could be one solution. I think there are 5 levels of government intervention, and commissioners is the most extreme. But certainly I do know that the government is concerned, and so it should be. It's the capital city. Mm. And, you know, it's a mess.
Yeah. We were originally going to talk this morning, before all this blew up, and I had all these people ringing me and telling me about it. We were originally going to talk about Terry O'Neill, the councillor who, with her mates last Friday, put up pictures, dick pics, literally, of Winston Peters, David Seymour and Chris Luxon as a penis, which Tory Whanau seemed relaxed about and wouldn't say anything about. I note this morning that a spokesperson for the council has said that council staff have been told to take those posters down if they come across them.
Yeah, look, it's a complete disgrace. You know, Terry, she's in her early 20s, I think. She chairs one of the council's most important committees, social, cultural and economic. How can she represent us on a government level and be taken seriously?
Is she a drinker?
No, I don't think so. But she's an activist. But she's unapologetically attacking the people in government from whom we need to get a good deal for the city. I think she should be resigning from that committee. But the left always close ranks and protect each other. Yeah.
Are you amazed at the media coverage of this? How the spin was facilitated?
The spin? Well, I'm just interested that the most interesting part of the mayor's statement hasn't been repeated by any of the media.
And what was that, Nicola?
I think she said something to the effect that there was no sexual activity.
Well, I wasn't going to go... Well, and she said that, so it's open slather. We've invited her on. The suggestion was that she had performed or tried to perform fellatio on one of these men.
Look, I wouldn't know.
But it's interesting she issued a statement saying, basically, I didn't perform fellatio on him. Someone has quoted this morning, and Justin Lester, the mayor before the last mayor, he said she's a great, wonderful ambassador for Wellington. Would you agree with the former mayor, Justin Lester, that Tory Whanau is a wonderful ambassador for Wellington?
No, I wouldn't, because she so rarely goes to any events. I mean, she doesn't go to things, and even sometimes she has things that she's in her diary that she says she's gone to, and she didn't go to them. I mean, she's not out and about.
What about her attendance at council meetings?
Well, we haven't seen her for quite a few weeks, really. She comes in by Zoom mostly. I mean, it's been just over a year since she's been the mayor, and I think I've had a 5-minute conversation with her. She doesn't really talk to councillors.
She doesn't really talk to media that she doesn't like either, Nicola. Don't take it personally.
I'm not taking it personally. I'm made of stronger stuff.
But the fact is, this is a crisis. And if this were any other mayor, any other politician, if this was Aaron Gilmore, they'd be gone by lunchtime. And she seems to have a free hit from Wellington's woke media and is not going to resign or step down.
Yeah, so the only thing that can happen is the mayor can resign or the government intervenes. Otherwise, there's nothing we can do. It's just so sad for Wellington because it's the reputation of the council is at stake, and voters and ratepayers have lost their trust and confidence with the mayor and the council, and Wellington deserves better. We have so many issues, and we need a mayor who's 100% focused on the job. And Tory needs to focus on getting himself better. But there's no quick fix for alcoholism.